Welcome back to AFTV, everyone. Time for a preview for England versus Switzerland in the quarterfinals of the Euros. I'm here with Laurie, I'm here with Lee, I'm here with Turkish. Before we get into it all,
what's he doing here?
Yeah, what am I doing here?
over to Power Match UK.
Do you think England will finally put in a solid performance and beat Switzerland on Saturday? Our friends over at Power Match UK are now offering new customers the chance to get England to beat Switzerland at a massive 50-1. To claim this offer, simply create a Power Match UK account, opt into the promotion, and then place a bet at normal price on England to beat Switzerland within 90 minutes. These enhanced odds apply to a max £1 stake, and the enhanced odds are paid in 3 bets. For example, if you bet £1 and your bet wins, you'd get your stake and normal winnings paid back in cash plus £49 in free bets. Remember guys, you must be 18 or over and a UK resident. Full terms and conditions apply with all the links you need below. A huge thank you to Power Match UK for sponsoring this video.
Turkish, congrats, placing in the quarterfinals. And if England and Turkey do their jobs, it's a semi-final.
Yeah, you're looking at the Emirates like it's going to be here.
Well,
I
I don't know why I did that. I'm just so used to.
I'd love it. I can't lie to you.
Big stadium.
I can't lie to you. I'd love that semi-final.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to be orange though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we better hope it's not red. On the other side as well, Granit Xhaka's about.
Yeah, it could be. Granit, of course, yeah, Granit Xhaka.
There were rumours
that
he had a stomach problem or something, but he'll probably be fine. We need to be the most typical Southgate luck in the world, you know, for their best player to be missing. Let's talk about Switzerland for a little bit, because look, all the previews we've been having our say on England and Southgate. Of course, we're going to have to talk about that in a bit. But Switzerland looked really good. When we were on the last preview, they were playing my other country, Italy, and I looked at everyone and I went, Switzerland will be in the semis, they'll knock both us out. I really was confident we weren't going through, and I said to my mum on the phone, and I was watching in the pub with her, and she went, really pissing me off, James. I was like, why? She's like, because you said we were going to lose. I was like, well, yeah, I'm sorry. I just Switzerland are better than us. They've been playing really well, and they punished Italy for not being in good form in the tournament and made that form count. And they might do the same to England, Lee.
Yeah, they might do, and that's a great point. You actually did call that. You did say that Switzerland would beat them, but I think that. Listen, I'm quietly confident. I think that England are just starting to bubble up in this competition. And
is that what you call it?
95th minute.
Listen. Is that what you call it? Bubbling up. They played well for 5 minutes.
Coming to a simmer.
They played 5 minutes, but listen. A lot of the teams that have been playing really, really well are Austria, Romania. They're out, you know. So it's about winning, just getting through. And I know as well as or as bad as we have been playing, we're still in it. Yeah. And there's room for improvement. And
that's an understatement.
That is an understatement. I get that. But other teams, you don't want to peak. And going back to Italy, I remember in '82 in the World Cup, they were awful getting through the group stages, and then they come to life. And I think that's what's going to happen with England. I do think that also we're going to take a team on in Switzerland that I do think will have a bit of an attacking emphasis, and I think that will suit us. I think the 4 teams we played so far have all been defensive. And listen, it's been hard to break down. Look at Portugal the other night as well. They found it very, very difficult. So, listen, it starts now. And, you know, England versus Holland, I think, will be an exciting semi-final.
Listen,
go on, have your reply.
At the end of the day, listen, England's got lucky with the side of the draw they're on, but they also got lucky with the fixtures there that lead up to the semis, because Austria would have knocked England out, for sure. Netherlands would have knocked England out, for sure. So Turkey's going to have to get the job done.
Right. Well, look, listen, you know, I've been very impressed with the game yesterday. I thought Turkey were fantastic.
Yeah, they were.
Absolutely brilliant.
Have been all tournament, really.
Yeah, have been, they've been really the entertainers. I'm going to call them the entertainers, because they have entertained.
They were under the cosh for a lot of the game yesterday.
Yes.
I think if you look at the stats, something like 21 shots on goal to Turkey's 6.
Yeah.
And listen, no disrespect. I've said from the outset, Turkish will vouch for this. I wanted Turkey to go far. And I was actually saying to Turkish on the way down here that it's interesting because Turkey have been as good this time as they were bad in the last tournament.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially the tournament being in Germany, such a huge Turkish population, it's actually good to see, because I would say that game you got against Holland is the 2 best fans.
The tournament.
The Turkish fans and the Dutch fans, probably the 2 best fans of the tournament.
In terms of what you're seeing before the games, after the game, the sea of red, the sea of orange, the dancing on the Dutch side, the chanting on the Turkish side,
It'll be interesting to see how Turkey approach that game, because I watched Netherlands against Romania, And I must admit, I was impressed. And they couldn't really finish the dinner. The finishing weren't good, but their approach play was very good.
Welcome to the Turkey preview, people.
Yeah, exactly. Look, back to England.
Yeah,
Let me say one thing about England, right? If you're going to play badly and find a way through, then the way to do it is the way they did it, which is Bellingham with a moment that will be replayed for the next 50 years. You know, that bicycle kick, that goal in the 95th minute on the stage where Adidas, you know, did the Hey Jude advert and everything. The pressure was there. And he's actually not even playing. I hate saying aside from the goal, because goals are massive and they're obviously important. They're the biggest thing. But his general play, he's actually kind of struggled really since that first game.
100%.
But what a moment. And what it does, it creates a word that I love in football, and I think is very, almost underused, but it's momentum. It's maybe not underused, but almost underappreciated. England will have momentum. That 30 minutes of extra time, don't think they looked bothered. I thought they looked very relaxed. They got that goal early, 2-1 win. And almost that is what you need more than anything, Laurie. It's just momentum.
Yeah,
and
I think you're
that
right.
belief, like, all right, we're here,
Well,
and look at the moment we've had.
I don't know if we can call him a great player yet, but he looks like he's on his way to being a great player. And what you get with great players is great moments. And I think the sheer audacity of him to even try that in a game that was slipping away, well, that was so impressive for him to do that. And it kind of got us out of the wilderness, because I've got to say that if we lose that game, gosh, can you imagine the fallout that would have taken place? I don't think Gareth Southgate would have been allowed back in the country, because we have stunk the joint out, let's be honest.
I also think, I was saying earlier on with Robbie, that I think that was very, very important for our players as well, Xhaka and Rice, that if we'd have gone out mentally, I don't know what that would have done to us. So it was very, very important that we got through that. And I also think with England at the moment, and why I'm still confident, is because we have game changers. We have players that can win us a game. Harry Kane, you know, you can say the same about him as Bellingham. They've been not at their best, but when it mattered, he's there to knock in the goal. So, and then we've got players off the bench. And I'll be really honest, we've got players off the bench that are Spain, Netherlands, dare I say it, Turkey, would like to have in their teams as well, like, you know, like forward players that can come on and change games. So much so that we can leave Gordon not to play, you know.
Let's have it right, man. Anyway, I'm going to say this, right, quite unequivocally. For me, I'm laying the blame on the manager. Because we watch the Premier League week in, week out. We've seen what these guys can do. I was at England-Italy game back in October when they beat Italy quite comfortably in that game. We've got some really good players, but I just think the setup, the whole atmosphere in the team, the caution, they're so inhibited, they just don't play. And it's got to be the manager for me.
Well, let's talk about the setup and how this game's going to play out then, because is he going to go with the same thing again?
Yeah, of course.
Is it going to be another game of Foden in the 10? No, sorry, Foden on the left, Bellingham in the 10. Rice with maybe a 7th partner of the tournament. Trippier, who's a right-footed left back. I mean, what? Are we going to see any sort of evolution from Southgate that recognises things haven't gone well and I got bailed out against Slovakia?
I think he's got to change it a little bit, because, you know, when you come up against the good sides, you cannot have one side of your team malfunctioning. Yeah. So I've got a little feeling that he may play Palmer out there or Xhaka out there and Foden.
Left back?
No, as the wide player.
Oh, right, fine.
And Foden will... It comes down to, you know, a decision, Foden or Bellingham, which one you want to go with. And, you know, that's what he plays. He gets the big bucks for. I love the, you know, like the memes of him, like, you know, with a, you know, like in the paddling pool with a, you know, like what do they call it, like life jacket on, like, and things like that. You know, I love all those sort of things. You know, he is cautious. And that's the way
cautious
he is.
In the extreme.
He's always been like it.
I know.
I mean, like, if you look back
These
at...
memes of Southgate, sorry.
Yeah, have you seen
taking
them?
me a sec. I've seen some tweets. I mean,
they're absolutely brilliant, like,
genius.
You know.
Like he wears a helmet on a peloton.
Yeah, there's some rude ones as well. We won't go in, but like absolute quality, like, you know. But
Turk just looked to me like, are you going to say the one you said?
I was about to say it, but
it's a fantastic one. That one's even better. But we'll leave that one for your imagination. Yeah. But like, no, it really is. He has been like that. Listen, if he was not so cautious, we would have beaten Italy in the Euros last time. We went 1-0 up and we went cautious, and Italy done it.
I think that's what's so frustrating, though, from an England fan, is the fact that we've been here before, and that's why the fans... Listen, I've been quite open about this. I think that the team, well, more specifically Southgate, he deserves all the criticism coming his way. And I'll tell you why, because it's not just the fact that we've been playing so badly. It's the fact that we've been here before. We've been here in the World Cup, we've been Euros. The same things have been said, and here we are, he's doing the same things again. And it's just so frustrating to watch.
But I want to add though, I don't actually mind him necessarily being cautious. I don't know if I said that 2-3 years ago, but having to reflect on it more, it's actually not the cautious thing that matters so much. Deschamps is cautious. Quite a few managers actually can be a little bit safety first, especially at tournaments. You get one thing wrong, you're out. It's more that there's no balance and there's no platform for certain players to go and thrive. That's the biggest problem. You've got all this talent. And if you want to be a little bit, handbrake on slightly, I think we can understand that. But you at least got to create an environment where you can get the best out of either Foden, either Bellingham, or Kane, or Saka.
You're
and
overlooking
none of them.
something. There's no Calvin Phillips.
Oh, of course. Well,
But
of course.
that is a great point that you make there, because all those players you've mentioned are fantastic footballers, and you cannot get a tune out of one of them. If you be really honest,
all came in great form as well, by the way.
Yeah, Foden was outstanding, but he's been very, very poor by his standards. Bellingham has been poor by his standards. Kane has. And Saka, as much as we love Saka, he's by his standards that he's set.
It can't be coincidence, can it?
No, there's got to be something there.
This is the point. If Gareth Southgate, now this is a bit hyperbolic, but I'm saying it to make a point. If Southgate went with his front three, Kane, with Rashford on the left, Sterling on the right, we'd all be like, what? What are Rashford and Sterling doing there? Well, and he went, no, this is how you get the best out of Harry Kane. His passing to players on transition in behind, and wingers that are going to provide as well. And we've got utter pace on the wings. That's what I want to get the best out of Harry Kane. Now, I wouldn't agree with maybe that approach and the wingers, but the point is, at least he's going. Kane is my guy, and I'm going to make him the focal point, and we're going to get the best out of him.
But you know what? Even allowing for that, though, right? And I understand you saying sometimes it is, acceptable to be cautious. But even allowing for that, it's in-game management. Like, how long are you going to wait to make the substitutions? Like, man's coming on Anthony Gordon in the 88th minute. Ivan Toney the other day, was it 1.5, 2 minutes? Things that are clearly not working, you're not changing
Masterclass, Laurie, that was. 1-0 down when he come on.
What I'm really trying to say is, he's trying to do too much. Foden, you move in size here next to Bellingham, but really... Foden isn't really on the pitch as a 10, but Bellingham is a 10 in the way he plays. Saka doesn't have a lot of support around him. It's just, you don't have an overlapping left back. You got Trippier who's just there because he's played there before. It's just far too imbalanced. So, over to the 11, what you could do for this game. We know Gehi's out because of too many yellow cards, am I right?
So who do you bring in now?
Well, you got Lewis Dunk, Konsa and Gehi.
It looks like it's going to be Konsa.
Because he came on the other day?
Yeah, yeah, basically. I think Konsa is a bit more athletic and a bit quicker than Dunk.
Is Dunk the tallest of the lot? I think Dunk...
Switzerland have a couple of lively forwards.
Could he be bold and put Walker in there as a central defender?
But Walker stuck the joint out the other day, man. And again, he should have come off. And
but
listen, the best thing we can say is that...
I think he might go Lewis Dunk,
Could be.
I think he might go for someone experienced. I know not experienced at tournament level, but I don't know.
The best thing we can say for it so far is that we're playing through.
Konsa or Dunk.
Who would you pick?
It shouldn't be the decisive
Konsa, Dunk, Gomez. Who'd you pick? They're all right-sided centre-backs.
I'd go Konsa.
Yeah, I mean...
That don't matter now. Saliba's ended that myth, and you know what I mean?
Did you I don't know if you guys came across the comment that Saka made. They were talking about the training, and he was saying that he likes to work with Konsa because he regards Konsa as one of the best, if not the best, one-on-one defender that he's gone up against in the Premiership. Obviously, he doesn't go up against Saliba because, in the Premiership. But he was saying that Konsa, he identified Konsa as one of the best one-on-one defenders in the Premier League.
Well, Konsa was playing right back, I think, towards the end of the season for Villa. So does he go to left centre-back? Look, I'd go Lewis Dunk. Who would you pick?
I'd go Konsa.
Walker.
Dunk.
Okay, fair enough.
I only go Walker because you can get Trent in at right back there, and that will help. That'll help Saka.
It will help Saka. What would we do? Just any other quick changes that you throw out there quickly? I mean, I don't know what the situation with Luke Shaw. I'd probably play Gomez at left back.
Well, that's the thing now. So
that's another disaster.
Thing.
The Luke Shaw thing.
How do you not,
4 games into the tournament and we've not seen
left back? Not one other.
Ridiculous. I mean,
he brought 3 right backs and 4 right-sided centre backs.
Yeah.
Except for Gehi, who's a
It all comes down to him,
fifth
man.
left.
It all comes down to him, man. 'Cause
It does.
England can win it, but even if they win it, it's not going to be a memorable.
Nah.
Listen, trophies is the aim in the game. They
Yeah.
haven't won anything since '66, but
I
when you win the international tournaments, then you get compared to
Yeah.
the other winners of international tournaments. And I'm sorry, but if England are to pull this off, this is a lot more like Greece's Euros than it is Germany's in '96.
And that's what's
or
so
France in
frustrating, because
2000
we
and
all
so
know
on.
that they've got the players that are capable of winning this
yeah.
tournament. And the reason why I say that as well is that we nearly won the last one
Mm.
against Italy.
I was
so
excited.
Really, you expect exactly. I was
That was a
expecting
back
to-
three, may I say?
Sorry?
We played a back three in that final against
Yeah,
Italy, and,
I was
and I've
excited.
always felt it's England
That's the
are more
way to
balanced,
go.
that 11.
Yeah,
With the
I
3-4-3.
before the tournament started, we'd done the little sweepstake thing. When I got England, I was happy, delighted, because I did think that we was the best team in the tournament, and I was excited about watching England. They've
I mean,
not
look
excited
at
me
the other day,
all.
right? Our game finished, and we was all like, we were happy for the win, obviously, but in terms of the way we played, everyone was so downcast. I went home and I watched the Spain game.
Different
It was
class.
like the game had been speeded up 10 times, seriously. And I'm thinking, if Spain can do that, why can't we? We've got just as good, if not better, players than Spain. No disrespect to them.
It's a
They have
footballing
been-
culture. It's you're brought up playing a certain way.
No, but in the past, Spain have been accused of, their style of play. People have said it's quite pedestrian, even though they keep the ball well. It's been quite slow.
yeah,
and
but I think
predictable, but
certain
now-
fundamentals are ingrained at a young age, and you just.
But they've
don't
got the
see
two
that.
wingers, Lawal and Nico Williams.
They've got
and
shape and balance,
Exactly.
Laurie. That's what they've got. England haven't got that. James called it earlier on. We haven't got shape and balance. If you're playing Trippier out there, basically these teams are good enough to say, right, okay, we close up the right-hand side, and if the ball goes 30, 40 yards over to the right, Trippier is not going to go down the left-hand side. We can shuffle across and stop that. Every time Trippier gets the ball, what was he doing?
Turning back inside and throwing in somewhere in the 10 space.
Because
so yeah.
he's
But why
blocked
can't
off.
you see this, though? If we can all see it.
6 years of doing what he does, and it's gotten
And
fairly
he done
far,
it. He
and
done
it's
it
given
for
lots of
5
praise.
minutes in the game when he went with the back three and the wing backs, and we looked good. As soon as we went 2-1 up, he changed it again.
Yeah. Let's get our predictions in. What are you going for, Laurie?
You know what? In spite of everything I've said, I do believe that we have the players to beat Switzerland, and I think we will beat them in a hard-fought game. I'm going England 2-1.
I'm going Switzerland on penalties. I think they'll outplay us, but somehow not beat England in the 90 or extra time. And I think they'll get it done on penalties, if I'm honest.
I'm going to go for an entertaining 1-0 win to England.
Do you mean it when you say
No,
entertaining?
I think it's going to be a very cat and mouse game, and I think that we just have that one bit of quality, and we'll win it 1-0.
I predicted a draw in the first game and they beat Serbia. I predicted wins in the next three and they've drawn them. So I'm going to say 3-0 England.
3-0 to England.
He
Wow.
wants England out, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he
You
wants
can
to-
you can
He
tell.
wants
You
Turkey
can
to-
tell.
It's a bit of
You can
reverse
tell.
psychology,
He
you know.
did.
Whether we
You
do it or
can
the Swiss do
tell.
it, yeah, we'll take it. We'll take
All
it.
right, there
He's
we
got
go.
his Turkish hat on, isn't he?
Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below for all the predictions for the quarterfinals as well. Will Turkey get their win against the Netherlands, and it's England versus Switzerland for a place in the semi-final as well? They could meet, and I'll tell you what, that could be very entertaining. Are you off? You off for the Netherlands game?
Yeah, I'm going Berlin Friday, couple nights.
Okay, there we go. All right, so there you go. Follow Turkish
Safe
socials
travels.
as well.
We're safe over there, trust me.
Yeah, no. Listen, that would be something to really look forward to seeing their fans and the Dutch fans.
It'd be incredible.
It'd be incredible.
Yeah.
It'd be incredible.
And a big thanks to Lee. Go subscribe to Lee Judges TV, and of course a big thanks to Parry Match UK for supporting the content and the previews. Catch you all in a bit.